Hello YouTube and welcome back to our family. If you want to learn more about the reptile hobby's favourite, the ball python, then you are in the right place. So if you can smash that like button if you are enjoying the content. Any questions for me, down in the comment section is where you need to be, and if you haven't done already, please subscribe to my channel and ring that bell to stay notified of any forthcoming content. It has been a while, over 2 weeks since my last upload, and the reason for that is there hasn't really been a great deal to post. I don't want to be in the business of just uploading videos for the sake of it, so as soon as I've got something to share with you guys, then rest assured I'll be on it and I'll be sharing with you. But if it's just normal jogging, feeding and cleaning, then you know it'll go quiet on this channel for a short time. But what we have got for you today, guys, is we've had another ovulation that I need to update you guys on, and we have got a clutch to pull, so stay tuned, put your feet up and we'll get to it. Well guys, I said the last ovulation was huge. Get a load of this girl, that is absolutely gynocopod. Quite, that's got to be uncomfortable. But that is the third ovulation of the season. This girl has progressed really quickly. So she's, just to remind you guys, she is Enchi proven het pied. She's produced some pieds for me before. And she was paired up to the Burgundy possible het pied. So just hoping to see a pied in this clutch. If that is, that takes the doubt out the next female that he's been paired to. It takes the doubt out the pairing because she's pied het for Burgundy, and it gives us a real shot of producing some Burgundy pieds this coming season. And am I excited about that? But look at the size of that ovulation. This girl is responsible for some of the Enchis that I produce, and she delivers a particularly spectacular line of Enchi. Really is stunning, next to the other line of Enchi that I have in this collection, which is not quite as nice but still up there. Really strong banding. I mean, you can see it in this one. Really strong representation of the Enchi gene. Just get a load of the size of that ovulation from this angle. She is absolute. I don't want to get any closer because she will bite me. I don't know what it is. The last 3 ovulations that I've had, it's made the females extremely grumpy, and whereas I've seen ovulations before, I've never actually noticed just how grumpy it makes them. Wow. So, just for any of you guys out there saying, you know, I think my female's ovulated, there's no think about it. If you think your female's ovulated, I'm afraid she hasn't, and you've still got a bit of waiting to do yet. You can miss it, but there is no mistaking it when you see it. As I'm hoping this footage is a good testament for. So guys, it has finally happened. There she is. Now there is a couple of rollouts there, and I'm finding this very interesting. That egg was out of her coils, and you can see there she's trying to scoop it in. I've never noticed a female do that before, but very interesting behaviour. So anyway, we're going to pull this clutch. We're going to see how many she's got. We're going to do our best not to get bit, and I'm going to show you what I do to cycle the females, get the smell of eggs off them, and we'll get the eggs set up in the incubator. Let's do it. So guys, nothing special or anything scientific here, but a bit of prep time. I've got a tub of water here. This is soapy water, this is just clear water, and 92, 88. So nice mild temperatures. Don't want to shock the female or anything. So she'll go into the clear water first. That will give her an opportunity to drink and rehydrate. laying eggs takes so much out of the females that you wouldn't even believe. So just 5 minutes in there before she goes into here so she can get hydrated. And then this very dilute soapy water will help remove the scent of the eggs off the snake, which will help her get eaten again. So let's pull that clutch. Right then. She's gonna bite me, so. Lift the head off. She has scooped that other egg in. Tail. She's definitely done. You can just have a look there and see how much it actually takes out the females, especially these first time females. She is incredibly skinny now. That clutch, just 5 eggs, is completely depleted her reserves, and she's just skin, bone and organs now, probably with a little bit of fat left to see her through the incubation period, but hopefully we'll get some food into her again soon. So this next process will ensure that she gets onto food sooner rather than later, so she's ready to go for next season. And hopefully she calms down and that gives her an opportunity to drink something before she goes into the soapy water to get the scent of the eggs off. She was very well behaved there when I was pulling off the clutch. She didn't try to bite me or anything. She is completely empty, you know, there's no eggs left in there. She's given us what looks like 5 good eggs, so I'm absolutely over the moon with that. Let's see, I think she's calming down now. And drinking. Great news. Let's see if we can. You can always tell from the head movement when a snake's drinking. You can't see it there. I think just as I've moved over the top of her, the light has just stopped her. But she was having a good guzzle then. Good job. Next job then. Leave her in there for a little bit longer, see if she wants to have a little bit more of a drink, and then we'll get her into the soapy water, get that smell of egg up. So, in the soapy water before she goes back into a tub. I will put her in the clear water again just to rinse off any soap. Don't want it leaving on her skin. I'm sure it won't hurt her. It's really dilute this, so it's not gonna harm her in any way, even if she does drink any. But she has had a good drink in the sink. Just stick a lid on this while we sort the eggs out. So, just taking the box out of the incubator. Nice good temp there. It's pretty much perfect. It's going to cool down a little bit while we just get the eggs transferred over and candle them. But now I'm going to leave these eggs orientated as they are. Probably the chip stuck to it. But we are going to candle them as well, so all that. I'm a firm believer in as they lay is how they stay, and none of these eggs are stuck together. I like to keep them stuck together. I don't like to separate them because that's nature's way of stopping them from rolling. So I'm just going to peg some of these in to stop them from rolling. That's it, they're not budging. I have got my better half with me here today. She's working behind the camera. This is her YouTube debut. Could you just flick the lights off, please, Bev? Just gonna flick the lights off, candle these. Good egg, see the embryo on top. That one isn't on top, but it's the only egg that's stuck, so I'm gonna leave that as it is. That egg is rolled. That's the rollout, I think. I don't know how well you'll see that on camera, but the embryo is there at the top. So, just turning that one on. I think it would have been alright either way, but right, just going to candle these eggs again. The camera went off midway through that one. So this one I'd rolled a little bit. I'd just have to turn it slightly so that the embryo is on top. I think it would have been alright either way, but I could see very clearly that the embryo was sort of on the side, and that was the egg that was outside the mum's coils when we pulled it. She was just sort of trying to smuggle it back in. That one's fine. And that one's fine. All got a good network of veins going on. I expect all these eggs to go full term without too much of a drama. I just want to take a brief opportunity to talk about these rollout eggs. It's not normally how I do it. 9 times out of 10, all of your eggs are clumped together and they're sort of adhered to each other, and I like it that way. That stops them from rolling. You haven't got to put you know, things into your substrate to stop them from rolling. They're just there solid and they're not going to budge when they're all stuck together. But in this clutch there was 2 rollouts, as you saw, and yesterday morning when I went to work, it was about 5:30 in the morning, she was, I checked on her and saw that she was laying. She was 2 days late, so I was checking on her every day. She had already pushed 1 egg out and the rest looked like were on the way. By the time I got home from work, she'd finished laying and 2 of the eggs were outside of her coils. So she'd laid them and she'd been sort of coiled round the eggs inside her brood for a few hours, and the others were outside. And I always feel like the orientation of the eggs is not a big deal for the first 24 hours, let's say. Always try and minimize on it, but for the first 24 hours those eggs can roll. And like we saw there, that female was sort of rolling that egg back into her coils so she can protect it, which is fascinating, but they wouldn't do that if it's going to kill the egg to roll it. I think if you was to roll an egg partway through incubation, where the embryo is now sort of orientated itself within the egg and it's secured itself to the top, so it can breathe, I think that would be a little bit more of a bigger deal. But because I'd noticed that female had rolled the egg back into her coils, got within 10 minutes before I pulled that clutch, then I did roll the egg back to how it was originally, so that the embryo, which I could see very clearly, was uppermost. And normally I don't do that. Normally I leave them as they are, but because I knew that that egg had been rolled 10 minutes previous by the mother, I thought it was the safest option to put it back as it were. You know, right or wrong, I'm sure the egg will hatch out fine, but I've marked it up anyway. I know which egg it is, so if it doesn't, then lesson learned there, but I'm sure it'll be fine. And I'm quite interested to see what she would have done with the other egg, because the other one was a little bit further away, so it was a little bit more of a risk for her to come out and get it. But I wonder with rollouts if eventually they do scoop them all in and bring them back in. I know I have heard some breeders talk about the eggs that are roll out, the mothers have got some sort of intuition that they know it's not going to do well. And I think what I captured there is evidence to the contrary of that. I don't think that's the case. But anyway, guys, let us know what you think down in the comments section. Let's get back to it. There she is, my pastel Enchy pin girl, who is an OG here at TOR. 5 eggs, more than happy with that. You know, for a first time mum, 5 eggs is great, no slugs. I've got nothing to grumble about. Had the 3rd ovulation as well. The rest of the females seem like they're quite a bit further behind. There seems to be a bit of a gap. So maybe the rest of the females are going to go either not at all or towards the end of the season. So we'll just have to wait and see with that, guys. As always, I'll keep you updated. I hope you all enjoyed the content. I hope you all got something from it. Then that just leaves, thank you very much for all the support, and I will see you on the next one.